Hi, this is Polenik. I just finished a leg workout, so I thought I'd share what I did. I started with our bow flex. We have an elliptical. It's more of a vertical movement than just a horizontal. So when you push through your heels, you can get a really good warm up through your glutes and hips. I started with 5 minutes of that. I then went into a circuit, which is like a superset of 2 exercises. I did standing calf raises on our Magnum hack squat paired with lying leg curls on our Cybex leg curl. For those, I found a 20 rep max, and then I did 3 total sets. On the second and third set, if I needed a rest pause or little mini rests to still get to 20, I went ahead and took those. It's a good way to really push the intensity. And then my goal would be when I repeat that same weight to see if I need less rest pauses or if I can do more reps before I need a pause. Or I can see if I can match the same reps and rest pauses, but maybe with more weight. So there's a lot of ways to progress that, which is great for pushing the intensity when you repeat that week by week, if you do that type of format. I then did a pairing of our machine glute drive. It's a hip thrust machine. It's made by Nautilus. And then I paired that with a Rogue Seal Row bar. It's a bar that has like a bend in it. And I like doing that for RDLs because I can keep the bar a little bit closer to my thighs. It lessens some of the lower back load and puts it more into the upper hamstring connection. So I find that actually gets me a better quality intensity into the intended muscles. And what I really like about that setup is actually I have Mutant Metal snapback rollers, which allows me to start from the top. I can just pick the bar up and these things snap out of the way, and then you can do your work and then just kind of plop them back in. And I really like that. I have set up off the floor before, nothing wrong with that, but I like the top-down approach. It is a little easier for loading plates, which is lazy, but it's true. And then I find that I can kind of twist my hips and like my feet into the floor, get a good kind of contraction through the muscles, and then as soon as I pick up and start down into the movement, it's a really nice eccentric load. You can kind of prep your body and get into a good position if you have the opportunity to do that. It's not a make or break thing. RDLs from the floor are totally fine. Or if you unrack, step back too. I tend not to like to move when I do RDLs. I'd rather just pick them up off the floor, maybe elevate the bar a little bit if you need. But I find that that's a little bit easier to be more secured and get a better mind-muscle connection. And then I finished with single leg leg presses, and I put my foot really high on the platform to help stretch more of the hamstrings and glutes. So that way, again, it kept it more of a posterior chain, kind of the back side of the legs focus for today. So this would be one of my leg workouts for the week. The next one is going to be very quad dominant. I'll still train my calves. I like to do those twice a week, but it'll be much more quad dominant. And that's a nice pairing on the 2 leg days, is have one that's a lot of posterior chain, which would be glutes, hamstrings, calves, and then the other one being more quad dominant with a little bit of calf work as well. I find that that makes a nice even balance of the lower body. Okay, that was the workout. I'll put in here an image where you can see the sets and reps and everything I did. All the other movements other than the first pairing were what would be considered straight sets, which you just do a bout of effort, take a long rest, do a bout of effort. I didn't do any other special techniques today. I just focused on good quality movements and it felt great. If you give the workout a try, I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section below. And that's it. Thank you for watching.